Hello everyone, hope you all are well in pandemic situation. So today I will discuss about parallel AC circuit, and in this parallel AC circuit I will discuss about parallel RL, RC and RLC circuits. So myself Mr. Santanu Noskar, Assistant Professor of Electrical Department, GKCM JIS Group, and my mail ID is santanu.uit@gmail.com and santanu.noskar_gkcm@jisgroup.org. And this is my Facebook page, Being Electrify with Santanu. You can get all the lecture in my Facebook page and also in my YouTube channel. So before starting this lecture, I want to share with you something that was told by Swami Vivekananda, that all power is within you. You can do anything and everything. So let us talk about your syllabus. So name of the subject is Electrical Circuit and Networks. Course code EES3CTN. About this objective I have already discussed. Your credit point is 5. And about this content I have already covered the review of basic concept of electrical circuit, and in unit 1 and unit 2 I have already complete study of J operator, concept of complex impedance rectangular polar form, series AC circuit, and today I will discuss about parallel AC circuit. And in this lecture I will discuss about RL, RC, RLC circuits. Okay, so let's start. So let us talk about RL parallel circuit. So in RL parallel circuit, resistor and inductor are connected in parallel with each other, and this combination is supplied by a voltage source V in. The output voltage of current circuit is V out. Look here. Since the resistor and inductor are connected in parallel, the input voltage is equals to the output voltage. That means V in equals to V out. Okay, but the current flowing in the resistor and inductor are different because this is all are in parallel. So the parallel RL circuit is not used as filter for voltage, because in this circuit the output voltage is equals to input voltage, and for this reason it is not commonly used as compared to series RL circuit. Now let us say IT. Look here, the current flowing through this IT. So IT is the total current flowing from the voltage source in amperes, which is also here, and IR, the current flowing in the resistor branch in amperes. Okay, IR. And IL, the current flowing in the inductor branch. Okay, this is also in ampere. And theta is the angle between IR and IT. Look here, theta is the angle between IR and IT. So the total current IT square equals to IR square plus IL square, and IT equals to root over IR square plus IL square. So in complex form, the current are written as IR equals to V in by R, and IL equals to V in by J omega L, and IL equals to minus J V in by omega L, where 1 by J equals to minus J. About this J operator I have already discussed in my previous lecture. You can get the lecture of J operator in my YouTube channel. Therefore, the total current IT equals to V in by R minus J V in by omega L. Now I will talk about the impedance of RL parallel circuit. Let Z is the total impedance of the circuit in ohms, R is the resistance of the circuit in ohms, L is the inductor of the circuit in Henry, and XL is the inductive reactance in ohms. Since resistance and inductor are connected in parallel, the total impedance of the circuit is given by 1 by Z equals to 1 by R plus 1 by JXL, and we can write Z equals to R into JXL by R plus JXL. So in order to remove the J from the denominator, multiply and divided numerator and denominator by R minus JXL. So Now Z equals to R into JXL by R plus JXL into R minus JXL by R minus JXL, and from this equation we can write J into R square XL minus J square R square XL square by R2 by R square plus XL square. Since J square equals to minus 1, we can write R XL square plus J R square XL by R square plus XL square, and finally we can write Z equals to R XL square by R square plus XL square plus J into R square XL by R square plus XL square. Now finally the analysis of parallel RL circuit. So in parallel RL circuit, the value of resistance and inductance, frequency and supply voltage are known for finding the other parameters of RL parallel circuit of some following step. So step 1, since the value of frequency is already known, we can easily find the value of inductive reactance XL, which is equals to 2 pi FL. Step 2, we know that in parallel circuit the voltage across inductor and resistor remain same, so VR equals to VL equals to V. Step 3, Ohm's law. Use Ohm's law to find the current flowing through inductor and resistance, which is IR equals to V by R and IL equals to V by XL. Step 4, now calculate the total current, which is I squared T equals to I squared R plus I squared L. Step 5, determine the phase angle for resistor and inductor, and for parallel circuit it always theta R equals to 0 degree and theta L is equals to minus 90 degree. Step 6, since we have already calculated the total current flowing in the circuit and voltage V is also known to us, by using Ohm's law we can easily calculate the total impedance, which is Z equals to V by IT. Step 7, now calculate the total phase angle for the circuit, which is given by theta equals to tan inverse IL by I. So the total phase angle of parallel RL circuit always lies between 0 degree to 90 degree. It is 0 degree for pure resistive circuit and minus 90 degree for pure inductive circuit. After this, I will discuss about parallel RC circuit. So the combination of a resistor and capacitor connected in parallel to an AC source as shown in this two figure is called a parallel RC circuit. The condition that exists in RC parallel circuit and the method used for solving them are quite similar to those used for RL parallel circuit. The voltage is the same value across the each parallel branch and provide the basis for expressing any phase difference. The principal difference is one of phase relationship. In a pure capacitor, the current leads the voltage by 90 degree as shown in this figure, while in a pure inductor the current lags the voltage by 90 degree. Okay. So here V equals to VR equals to VC as I have already told, and I equals to IR plus IC. IR equals to current through resistor and IC current through capacitor, and IR equals to V in by R and IC equals to C dVA in by dt. And after all, we can write V by R plus C dV by dt equals to 0. So finally we can say in a parallel RC circuit, a pure resistor having resistance in ohms and a pure capacitor of capacitors in farads are connected in parallel. After this, I will discuss about parallel RC circuit phasor diagram. So the relationship between the voltage and current in a parallel RC circuit in the vector phasor diagram are summarized here. So the reference vector is labeled as E, look here, and the represent the voltage in the circuit which is common to all elements. the voltage is common to these all elements here, as we know about the RC parallel circuit. So since the current through the resistor is in phase with the voltage across it, let's IR equals to 8 ampere is shown superimposed on the voltage vector, and the capacitor current IC, which is equals to 12 ampere, leads the voltage by 90 degree and is positioned in an upward direction. It is approximately 90 degree. Okay, look here, IC, IR, IC. So this IC leading the voltage vector by 90 degree, and the vector addition of IR and IC gives a resultant that represent the total, which is IT, or line current, which is equals to 14.4. so IT equals to root over I square plus IC square, which is equals to root over 8 square plus 12 square, which is equals to 14.4. so the angle theta represent the phase between the applied voltage and current. Okay, so in a parallel RC circuit, the line current leads the applied voltage by some phase angle less than 90 degree but greater than 0 degree. The exact angle depends on whether the capacitive current or resistive current is greater. If there is more capacitive current, the angle will be closer to 90 degree, while if the resistive current is greater, the angle is closer to 0 degree. And the value of the phase angle can be calculated from the value of two branch using the following equation, which is theta equals to tan inverse theta equals to tan inverse IC by IR. Okay, this is all the phasor diagram of RC. After this, I will talk about the parallel RC circuit impedance. So the impedance Z of the parallel RC circuit is similar to that of a parallel RL circuit and is summarized as follows. Impedance can be calculated directly from the resistance and capacitive reactance value using the equation Z equals to RXC root over R square plus XC square. And impedance can be calculated using the Ohm's law equation also, Z equals to E by IT. So the impedance of a parallel RC circuit is always less than the resistance or capacitive reactance of the individual branches. Now let us talk about the power and power factor of parallel RC circuit. So the power components for a parallel RC circuit are shown in this figure. So the formula that apply are the same as the parallel RL circuit, which is VA equals to root over W square plus VAR square, and W equals to what equals to root over VA square minus VAR square, and VAR equals to V root over VA square minus W square. Okay, and power factor equals to true power by true power, which is in watts, and apparent power, which is in VA, volt ampere. And we can also write the parallel. If we talk about the parallel RC circuit power factor in details, the power factor of a RC circuit is always leading. Anytime the branch resistance increase, less current flows through it and the circuit becomes more capacitive, resulting in a lower power factor, and the reserve is true if the resistance decreases. With current or resistance and impedance values, the power factor can be determined as follows. So the formula is power factor equals to IR by IT, or power factor equals to Z by R. So let us discuss the last topic of this lecture is parallel RLC circuit. So what is it? So consider a RLC circuit in which resistor, inductor and capacitor are connected in parallel to each other. This parallel combination is supplied by the voltage Vs. This parallel RLC circuit is exactly opposite to series RLC circuit. In series RLC circuit, the current flowing through all the three components, resistor, inductor and capacitor, remain the same, but in parallel circuit, the voltage across each element remain the same and the current get divided in each component depending upon the impedance of each component. That is why parallel RLC circuit is said to have dual relationship with series RLC circuit. So the total current Is drawn from the supply is equals to the vector sum of the resistive, inductive and capacitive current, not the mathematical sum of three individual branch current, as the current flowing in resistor, inductor and capacitor are not in same phase with each other. So they cannot be added arithmetically. Applying Kirchhoff current law, which states that the sum of current entering a junction or node is equals to the sum of current leaving the node, we get I square A is equals to I square R plus IL minus IC whole square. Okay. So let's come to the phasor diagram of parallel RLC circuit. So let V is the supply voltage, Is is the total source current, and IR is the current flowing through the resistor, IC is the current flowing through the capacitor, IL is the current flowing through the inductor, and theta is the phase angle difference between supply voltage and current. So for drawing the phasor diagram of parallel RLC circuit, voltage is taken as reference because voltage across each element remain the same and all the other current IR, IC, IL are drawn relative to this voltage vector. So we know that in case of resistor, voltage and current are in same phase. So draw the current vector IR in same phase and direction to voltage. Look here. In case of capacitor, current leads the voltage by 90 degree. We all know that. So draw IC vector leading vector V by 90 degree. For inductor, current vector IL lags voltage by 90 degree. So draw IL lagging voltage vector V by 90 degree. Now draw the resultant IR, IC, IL current, which is IS. Look here, at a phase angle difference with theta with respect to the voltage vector. Okay, so this is theta. So simplifying the phasor diagram, we get a simplified phasor diagram on the right hand side. Look here, this is the simplified phasor diagram. On this phasor diagram, we can easily apply Pythagoras theorem and we get I square A is equals to I square R plus IL minus IC whole square. So very easy. Okay. So now let us discuss about the impedance of parallel RLC circuit. So from the phasor diagram of parallel RLC circuit, we get I square A is equals to I square R plus IL minus IC whole square. Now IR equals to V by R, IC equals to V by XC and IL equals to V by XL. Now substituting the value of IR, IC, IL in this equation, above equation, we get Is equals to root over V by R whole square plus V by XL minus V by XC whole square, and on simplifying we get admittance 1 by Z equals to which is denoted by Y, which is equals to Is by V root over I by R 1 by R whole square plus 1 by XL minus 1 by XC whole square. So as shown the above in the equation of impedance Z of a parallel RLC circuit, impedance of the parallel RLC circuit, each element has reciprocal of impedance 1 by Z, which is called admittance. Why? For solving parallel RLC circuit, it is convenient if we find admittance of each branch, and the total admittance of the circuit can be found by simply adding each branch admittance. So finally I will discuss about the admittance triangle of parallel RLC circuit. So in series RLC circuit, impedance is considered, but as stated in introduction on parallel RLC circuit, it is exactly opposite to that of series RLC circuit. So in parallel RLC circuit, we will consider admittance. The impedance Z has two components, resistance and reactance, okay, R and X. Similarly, admittance has two components such as conductance G, which is reciprocal of resistance R, and suspectance B, which is reciprocal of reactance X. So always remember, conductance G reciprocal of R and suspectance B, which is reciprocal of reactance X. So admittance triangle of parallel RLC circuit is completely opposite to that of series impedance triangle. So this is all about parallel RL, RC and RLC circuit. Now let us discuss about some reference book of this lecture and of your course, which is Circuit Theory and Networks by S.V. Ghosh and A.K. Chakraborty, and Circuit Theory Analysis and Synthesis by Abhijit Chakraborty. This is a very simple and good book for BTech and Diploma Engineers, and Circuit and System by K.M. Soni. According to my choice, this is the best book for BTech and Diploma Engineers. So thank you. Hope you all enjoy my lecture. If you have any query, then comment in my comment box. I will definitely reply to your comment. So please like, share and subscribe my channel. Stay safe and stay happy.